In this video, I want to examine the various ways I can maintain this 1/4" gap as I've designed it. This gap is critical because it's going to align my drill bushing with the hole. So I'm going to close this. One of the most common ways to do something like this is with a rest button. But the problem we have with this jig is currently designed, let me just make this part transparent, is if we look at it, where will the rest button go? Well, I don't have a lot of options. I could design a custom rest button, but I'd rather just buy something off the shelf. So if I were to design a custom rest button, it could go out here and I could make something that would work. But like I said, I'm going to go with something off the shelf, which means it's going to have to go into this part, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. Again, I just have to watch how I dimension my features because the tolerance stacking will become an issue. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put this rest button into this part here. I've gone ahead and I've added the rest button here. And in the next video, we're going to discuss how we fasten this into here and start tolerancing that as we complete our work. For now, let's look at what the dimensions of this rest button will do to the entire tolerance stacking. Next, we're going to finalize the design of our collet receiver. And before we do that, we need to be aware that as shown here, the rest button is going to take up 1/1000 of our allowable tolerance. Next, we need to calculate what is our tolerance allowable for this position. Well, first, we find the dimension on the drawing, and we can see here that our tapped hole is shown as on center of the 0.750 thick part. This has 3 decimal places, so it has plus or minus 5/1000 or 10/1000 tolerance. If we take 50% of that, we're left with 5/1000 tolerance for all of the stacking, and we've already used 1/1000 for the rest button. This means we have a total of 4/1000 left tolerance for our tolerance stacking for the collet receiver thickness and the hole in the corresponding plate.